Hi guys, this is Text Thriller Class Economics. The topic of discussion is money and inflation. At the end of this class, you should be able to understand what money is all about. You should be able to define money. You should be able to differentiate between money and trade by barter. You should be able to differentiate between trade by barter and counter trade. You should be able to understand the evolution of money. You are going to learn the characteristics of money, the functions of money. We are going to understand the types of money. Then, an important aspect of money, known as the value of money, the quantity theory of money, the motive of holding money, which is the demand for money, supply of money, Graham's law of money, and how to measure the value of money. We are going to understand what inflation and deflation is, the causes of inflation, causes of deflation, ways of measuring inflation, types of inflation, the solution to inflation and deflation. These are what we want to talk about in this topic, money and inflation. Now let's begin with the introduction to money. Now, money is a general term used in any society or country, but people don't really understand what money is. So money can be defined as an article or a commodity that is generally acceptable as a medium of exchange for goods and services and settlement of debt. So an example of money is 5 naira in Nigerian currency, 20 naira, 1000 naira, 500 checks, money order. These are examples of money. Now, as we can see, that money is a commodity or an article because money is being produced. All right, it's important to know that money is being produced like other commodities. It will be wrong for you to say that money is anything. Money is something because it is being produced and it serves as a medium of exchange for goods and services. So, how did money come into existence? We have so many schools of thoughts. Like we all know, there's a general one known as the Goldsmith School of Thought, which is a man called Goldsmith that used to keep things for people. And after keeping things, he issues a document, and that document will be presented for you to pick up the things he has kept for you. So whoever presented that document will pick the item kept by the goldsmith. So the document that the goldsmith gives to people, people were exchanging it for goods and services. So suddenly people start up and people came up with an idea that let's have something like the goldsmith, a document that we can use to exchange for goods and services and settlement of debt. That was how money came into existence by the Goldsmith School of Thought. Then we have the Cambridge School of Thought. The Cambridge School of Thought, they believe that money came into existence because of the problems of trade by barter, because trade by barter involved double coincidence of wants and is a serious problem. It's tedious. So money came into existence because of the problems or cumbersome medium of exchange that people go through the trade by barter system of exchange. Now let's look at what trade by barter is. Trade by barter is the exchange of goods for goods and services for services. Trade by barter existed when there was no money because it was a means of exchange when nothing like money was in existence. So trade by barter involved double coincidence of want. Double coincidence of want involve someone looking for another person that is ready to take what he or she wants to offer, and the person must have what he or she wants. So for trade by barter to be possible, it involves double coincidence of want. So trade by barter is different from counter trade. Counter trade is the exchange of goods for goods and services for services, where money is used as a measure of value and not a medium of exchange. So counter trade exists when money is existing, while trade by barter existed when there was no money. So if you exchange goods with for goods with someone at the present, when we have money, it is counter trade and not trade by barter. Now let's look at the disadvantages of problems. Let's look at the disadvantages or problems of trade by barter. Number one is there is difficulty in double coincidence of wants. So the problem of double coincidence of wants out there is a major disadvantage of trade by barter, because you need to look for someone who has what you want and is ready to take what you want to offer. It's a very tedious process of exchange. Number two, there is no common means of measuring the value of goods. So there is no standard of measurement for goods and services to be exchanged. So it's a problem of trade by barter. Another disadvantage is that the goods are indivisible into smaller components without losing its value. So it's always difficult to divide commodities to be exchanged into smaller components because they are not money. Number four is that it discourages credit facilities and instrumental payments because there's no particular price tag. So it discourages credit facilities. So you must have something to exchange for something else. Number five, the goods cannot stand the test of time as a result of being perishable and not in and poor means of preservation. So the trade by barter existed in the primitive stage of human being. So there is poor means of preserving the produce or the goods produced. So the goods cannot stand the test of time, and most of them are perishables, so they are not durable. All right, let's look at the characteristics of money. The characteristics of money are as follows. Number one, we have acceptability. Any article called money must be generally acceptable as a medium of exchange for goods and services. So if you call an article money, it must be generally acceptable as a medium of exchange for goods and services. Number two is homogeneity. Money must be the same in shape, size, and color. Number three is recognizability. Money must be an article that can be easily recognized by everyone in a country. Number four is durability. Money must be an article that can stand the test of time. That's why when you wash your clothes, all right, you wash your clothes, you wash it with money and documents. The documents may be useless, but the money will still be useful because it is made in a way that it can stand the test of time. Number five is portability. Anything called money can be easily moved from one place to another for convenience. Number seven, divisibility. Anything called money must be easily divided into smaller components without losing its value. For example, 1,000 naira notes in Nigeria can be divided into two 500 naira notes and they serve the same value. 1,000 naira notes also serves the same value as 200 naira into five places. All right, they serve same value. Number six, we have relatively scarce. Anything called money must be relatively scarce, which means it must not be an article that can be easily seen. It must be an article that one must earn it. You must work for it. Number eight is that money must be stable in value. So an article called money must be stable in value. Now let's look at the function of money in any society. Number one function of money is that money serves as a means of exchange. So money serves as a medium of exchange for goods and services. We can use money to exchange for goods and services. So that's the major and important function of money. Number two is that money serves as a measure of value. Money can be used to determine the value of goods and services. So it's enable you to know if a commodity is expensive or cheap. Number three, money serves as a store of value. Money can be used to meet current spending and also saved up for future spending. So money as a store of value is affected by economic situation, whether inflation or deflation. Number four, money serves as a unit of account because the worth of goods and services are in monetary terms. So the unit of measurement for goods and services is in terms of money. Number five, money serves as a standard for deferred payment. With money, one can make instrumental payments and also make credit facilities are available because there's a price tag to goods and services. Number six, money can be used to settle debts. Anybody owing debts can pay such debts with what? Money. Now, let's look at the types of money. Number one is legal tender. A legal tender is a type of money that is established through an act of parliament. So, any money that is established through the law of a country, law made by by the legislatures of a country, such money is said to be what? A legal tender. Number two, we have fiat money. Fiat money is the money in which the intrinsic worth of money is the value of the money as a commodity is greater than its face value. The face value of money is the value as money. So if the value of money as a commodity is greater than its value as money, it is said to be a fiat money. An example of fiat money is paper money. Let's look at the other type of money, which is token money. Token money is that money in which its intrinsic worth, which is value as a commodity, is lesser than its value as money or face value. An example of that is coin money. So we have commodity money. Commodity money involves all goods and that are used to settle debts or to exchange for goods and services. Example of commodity money are gold, diamond, crude oil, cowries, elephant trunk, and the likes. We have near money. Near money refers to those documents that are used to exchange for goods and services. They are those documents that are recognized, they are legal, and they serve same purpose as money. An example is check, money order stamps, cryptocurrencies, treasury bills, debentures, the example of near money. So near money can also be called quasi money or representative money. So we have bank money. So bank money refers to money in the bank account of the people. So it can be classified into demand deposits and time deposits. So demand deposit refers to money in savings and current accounts of the people, while time deposit refers to money in the fixed deposit account of the people. So these are the types of money. Now let's look at an important aspect of money, which is value of money. Value of money is the quantity of goods and services that money can buy. Value of money refers to the purchasing power of money. So value of money is usually inversely related. Value of money is inversely related to price level of goods and services, which means if price of goods and services increases, value of money will fall. And if price of goods and services falls, value of money will rise. The next is the quantity theory of money. Quantity theory of, quantity theory of money states that money supply determines price level of goods and services in a country. So when there's an increase in money supply, the quantity of money will result towards an increase in price level of goods and services. So an increase in money supply will lead to increase in prices of goods and services. So the quantity theory of money, the formula, the quantity theory of money formula was derived from Irving Fisher's equation of exchange, which is MV equals PT. So M refers to money supply in an economy. V refers to velocity of money in circulation in the country. P refers to the price level of goods and services in a country. T refers to the total transaction with money or the real GDP. So our MV equals PT is the Irving Fisher's equation of exchange. All right, we can use this equation to determine the quantity theory of money formula. So if we make P the subject of formula, we divide both sides by T. So we are going to have our P equals MV divided by T. So which means MV divided by T is the quantity theory of money formula, which is money supply multiplied by velocity of money divided by total transaction with money, or the real GDP. So this is the quantity theory of money formula, which was derived from Irving Fisher's equation of exchange. So the next subtopic is demand for money. Demand for money is the reasons people owed money rather than spending it. You all owed money. You keep money, all right, to meet one or two things. So the reason why you owed money rather than spending it is what we call demand for money. And it is influenced by either income of people or interest rates of money. Let's look at motive of holding money. What are the motives of holding money? Number one motive of holding money is transactionary motive. Transactionary motive of holding money is when people hold money in order to meet daily purchases of goods and services. So when you keep money with you in your pockets, in your bank account, all right, in order to buy things that you see for your TFAIR, to purchase goods and services on a daily basis, is said to be transactionary motive. And motive of holding money, transactionary motive of holding money is influenced by the level of income of people. Number two is precautionary motive. Precautionary motive of holding money is when people hold money in order to meet future expenditures that cannot be predetermined. When people hold money to meet future expenditures that cannot be predetermined. So people hold money for emergency situation or exigency situation, such as loss of job, illness, loss of profits, accident. So it is influenced by level of income of the people. The last motive of holding money is speculative motive. Speculative motive is when people hold money in order to take advantage of fluctuations in prices of goods and services. So, an example of this are the bull, bear, and stag in the stock exchange market. So, what do? They hold money so as to take advantage of fluctuations in prices of goods and services. And the speculative motive of holding money is influenced by the interest rate of money. So the higher the interest rate of money, the lower the quantity of money that will be demanded, and vice versa. Now let's look at supply of money. Supply of money is the total money in circulation in a country. So the total money in circulation in the country is what refers to as supply of money. So it can be classified into two. We have the narrow money. Narrow money is the money in circulation, including all demand deposits. Narrow money can also be called M1. So the total money in circulation in a country and all demand deposit. Demand deposit refers to money in savings account and current account. So they refers to narrow money or M1. Number two classification of supply of money is broad money. Broad money consists of narrow money plus time deposits and other financial investments such as treasury bills, shares, bonds, and the likes. So they consist of broad money. Broad money can also be called M2. So M1 and M2 makes the supply of money in an economy. So we want to look at how to measure the value of money. Value of money can be measured with the use of consumer price index. Consumer price index measures changes in price of final goods and services in a country between one period and another. So we use the consumer price index to measure the value of money in a country. And what's the formula for consumer price index? It is price of commodity in current year divided by price of commodity in base year multiplied by 100 over 1. That's how to measure the value of money in an economy. Please note that the value of money is uh, is summed to 100%. So if the value of money calculated is lesser than 100%, it shows that the value of money has increased because price level of goods and services has reduced. Let's assume that the value of the consumer price index happened to be 94%, which is lesser than 100. It shows that the difference of 6% is the value of price level that has reduced, and which is the value of money that has increased. Remember, I just explained the value of money. The value of money is inversely related to what? Price level of goods and services. And if you calculate the consumer price index and you get a value like 120%, so it means that the price level of goods and services has increased by 20%, which means that the value of money has fallen by 20% as well. So this is how to measure the value of money in an economy. So let's look at Graham's law of money. This is the last aspect of money. So Graham's aspect of money states that bad money drives out good money. All right, meaning that when bad money and good money are in circulation in a country, people tend to spend the bad money and keep the good money. Remember, all right, when you have what when you are giving what minted money, clean money, and you have some bad money with you, you will feel like spending the bad money. So let it go out of your hand. So even the law, how would I say, the regulatory bodies, which is the central bank, using all the commercial banks, all right, the central bank ensures that all the bad money are what extracted out of the what the circulation. So they have a way. So bad money already drives out good money in circulation because people want to keep the good money and tend to spend the bad money first. So this is all about money.